We've reached the summit of our map, moving up past the throat and into the brow, the brain, and the very top of the head. In this final module, we are exploring the two highest centers together. The third eye, located between the eyebrows, and the crown, located at the peak of the skull. In traditional systems, these are called the centers of deep intuition, cosmic connection, and spiritual liberation. But when we look at them through the lens of Western neuroscience and anatomy, they reveal themselves as the literal command center for your entire biology, the physical anatomy. The third eye chakra maps directly to the carotid nerve plexus and cranial nerve networks, and it houses the pituitary gland. The pituitary is known as the master gland of the human body because it acts like a conductor in an orchestra, releasing the signaling hormones that tell all the other glands we've discussed, your thyroid, your adrenals, your reproductive organs, exactly when to fire and how much to secrete. The crown chakra maps to the cerebral cortex and your central nervous system, and it houses the pineal gland. The pineal gland is your biological clock. It senses light and darkness, secreting melatonin to regulate your circadian rhythms, sleep-wake cycles, and your deep recovery states. Together, these two centers form the ultimate mind-body bridge. They take your thoughts, your focus, and your perception of the world and translate them into a chemical reality that alters your physical health. How to spot an imbalance. When you live in an analytical, data-driven world, these higher centers are easily pushed into an overactive state. This looks like cognitive overload. You are locked in your head, constantly overanalyzing, overthinking, and experiencing mental fatigue or brain fog. You might feel hyper-rational, dismissing your gut feelings entirely, or you might find yourself trapped in insomnia, unable to turn off the mental loop when your head hits the pillow. Physically, this chronic neural redlining manifests as tension headaches, eye strain, and a disrupted sleep cycle. Conversely, when these centers are underactive, you experience a lack of vision and direction. You feel mentally stuck, rigid in your thinking, and disconnected from any sense of a bigger purpose. You struggle to see the big picture, getting bogged down in micro details, and you feel isolated, like you are a separate fragment navigating a chaotic world completely on your own. What balance looks like. When your cerebral cortex is calm and your master glands are regulated, you unlock what high performers call the flow state. You possess profound mental clarity, laser-focused attention, and an acute trust in your own intuition. You don't just see the data, you instantly spot the macro patterns. Your sleep is deeply restorative because your pineal gland is cycling perfectly, and your entire hormonal system operates in harmony because the master conductor, the pituitary, is sending calm, balanced signals down the line. Your daily integration tool, the horizon soft focus. Because these higher centers are exhausted by the constant micro-focus of looking at screens, we need to manually expand our neural architecture to reset them. Wherever you are, sit comfortably and look straight ahead. Instead of focusing hard on one object in front of you, intentionally let your eyes relax. Soften your gaze and expand your vision outward to the sides, consciously taking in your entire peripheral field, everything to your far left and your far right at the same time, without moving your eyes. Hold this wide, soft focus for 60 seconds while taking slow, even breaths. This simple neurological shift instantly pulls your brain out of the high beta wave state of hyperfocus and drops it into an alpha wave state, quieting the cerebral cortex, resetting your master glands, and opening the door to deep clarity and insight.